Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of 100 Yards Football Sports Talk Radio. I'm your host and producer for the show here, Logan Landers. Joining me today to talk about the NFL Draft, 2025 NFL Draft quarterback prospect, Donovan Smith, coming out of Houston. Joining me is my guy, Mr. William Yanish III. William, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great, Logan. How about yourself, man?
Excited, man. Excited to hear what you're going to say about this talented quarterback coming out of H-Town, coming out of Texas, and talking about what all he's got in store for this upcoming 2025 season. But before you break it down and give our viewers and listeners a chance to hear what you got to say, be sure if you enjoy this video, everyone, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Facebook and YouTube, main two social platforms over there. But you can also check out our podcast, available Spotify, Apple Podcast, or anywhere you enjoy listening to your shows. We are over there every single week. So, William, let's get into it, man. What do you like about Donovan Smith coming out of Houston with those nice baby blue uniforms they got up there on the screen?
Oh man, I was checking that out. It's totally Oilers Oilers stuff. Okay, all right. We got Donovan Smith. Donovan Smith, out of Houston. He was transferred from Texas Tech last year. 6'5", 241-pound kid out of Las Vegas, Nevada. He definitely does fit that eye test. Well, he's also a coach's son. His father coached him at Texas Tech. Well, he was a running backs coach at Texas Tech. And in last year, he was a running backs coach for the Indianapolis Colts. Anyway, back to Donovan. Like I said, this kid passes the eye test in every sense of the word. Big, huge dude. We're talking Cam Newton. Milton, just all those guys. The Anthony Richardsons of the world. But Donovan Smith, the one word that really comes to mind when I started watching his film was just how raw he is. This is a player he's had only 20 starts in, I think it was 20, in his career. And he also had shoulder surgery after 2020. So he's got his battle scars, got those things. I want to start with, his mechanical sense. I start always with a quarterback from their footwork. That goes back to just what I grew up, and that's my style of what I think is really important. He has got some long stride of footwork. It really reminded me of watching Tanner McKee last year from Stanford, the Stanford quarterback. He's also about the same size as well. But the long stride of footwork and the inconsistencies in his footwork, this kid needs to get in the gym, and he needs to get out there on the field. He needs to get the reps in. He needs to get experience down. He's got a long release, a pretty strong arm, but for as strong as his arm is, he's not the greatest downfield. Long throws can be a problem with him. He gets low, either gets off on his accuracy, not setting his feet. Just the things that are going on, his timing. There needs to be more consistency. He needs to work on those things. He does go through his progressions, scanning the field, checking everything out. He's not a run-first quarterback. His ball placement, it leaves a little bit to be desired. Like I said, that goes back to maybe some footwork and stuff if he can clean that up.
Yeah, I mean the guy is just really solid, as you mentioned. He's got some inaccuracies, especially downfield, and that I think that could hurt his draft potential. Coming into 2025, but like I say, you still got a little bit of time to work on it. But keep on going about what else you like about.
Oh yes, sir. Like I said, there are going to be a ton of coaches and GMs that are going to love this kid's size. They're going to love his arm strength. They're going to love, everything about him. He definitely, like I said, going back to that eye test, but what's in there and what happens from there. If he can get that stuff down, I mean, he has an excellent chance to be able to make a, Anthony Richardson type move. But in the before then, in the short term, there is a ton of work. I mentioned the 20 career starts he has. Well, he's got 23 career INTs. So that speaks a lot for ball security and, the gunslinging mentality. This kid isn't a player that quits. He goes into these games. He really does try. He has issues with some winning. I am not sure how mobile he's going to be in the NFL. He's not the fastest guy. He's not going to break away or run away from anybody. But, he's getting this opportunity finally after, sitting behind Tyler Shugg and pretty even with Baron Morton at Texas Tech. But his consistency and his decision-making speak a ton, These are the things that he needs to get in. And, just the truth of the matter is this kid has all the potential in the world. He's got the body, he's got all of that. But just the truth of the matter is that this is a prospect, that if he doesn't start correcting these issues now, correcting his footwork, he's going to have a tough time making it in the NFL. I haven't done a full, in-depth evaluation on him. That is coming up though in the next few weeks from firstroundmock.com. But without getting to work and without improving just a little bit, I don't see him having, a successful career. He would be, like a long-term backup maybe. But like I said, this kid's got, let's get away from the pessimistic side of it, the optimism. He needs to start winning. He can do all his things. CBS Sports, they had him, one of the writers had him a first-round pick, number 25, to the Dallas Cowboys to replace Dak Prescott. And I'm not even too sure what to think about that. Like, he can make the rise, but the consistency and everything, if he doesn't even out somewhere, then that's all I got for him.
Yeah, and I think the theme, it seems, with Donovan Smith is untapped potential. You mentioned at Texas Tech, saw some action, but it seemed like you were never really blown away by his game film. But now that he's, coming into a new season here with Houston, it seems like this is essentially a make or break type of year in terms of how he can develop as a draft prospect. If he is going to be a potential guy on your draft radar come 2025, or if he is someone who might go to a later round. So it remains to be seen. But Donovan Smith, let's see what you got this upcoming year for Houston. It's going to be interesting to see, but we're excited, of course, to see how he is going to perform this upcoming year. William Yanish III, appreciate you coming on the show, man, talking about Donovan Smith and all that he has done and it will continue to do for now Houston. I've been your host and producer, Logan Landers. Guys, if you enjoyed the episode, like, follow, share, and subscribe. And until next time, we'll talk to you on another live episode.